What is up, Life Podcast official? What is going on, guys? We are back. This is episode 21. We got Day in the building, and we got a special guest for y'all. He, how you
What's going
doing?
on, guys? Good to see y'all. I'm glad y'all made it to 21, man. Like, hell yeah, that's what's
Facts.
up. I'm so excited for y'all. Like, sorry I couldn't make it last week, but I'm here now. That's all that matters.
Yep.
I'm very excited to be here for 21, guys. I'm so excited for y'all to make it this far. It's been
Yes,
great.
sir.
Since the last time we talked, I've been busy. Like, I'll be honest, I've been busy. Season 3 is now fully recording. It comes out tomorrow. The
Ooh.
first episode is called Rise of the Phoenix. If anybody has not listened to the show to this part, you do not want to miss this episode. It is going to be the craziest thing you've heard all this whole time they've been recording. This is probably one of the wildest stories that was ever told to me. And there's a few other coming down this season as well. They're going to be pretty interesting as well too. So, I'm very excited at this point.
That's fire, bro. I
Yes,
love to
sir.
hear
No,
that.
that's W. That's W. That's W. 21 better than 20 anyways. So, like,
Facts.
Right,
21 better
definitely.
than 20. You feel me?
EP,
But,
I got a question though.
so how,
What's up?
My bad. When okay during your new season, what is it like? What's gonna be like the main theme about it coming
You know
into it?
what? I really don't have a theme. It's just a lot of interesting stories. I have some TikTokers on this season.
Oh,
I have another story that I just kind of stumbled into. That, let me tell you what, it gives the first season opener a run for its money pretty quick. Like, we get into a very interesting conversation. Like, I really can't say too much because it's really going to be that kind of intense of an episode. Like, this woman
okay.
gets into a story that is pretty fucking wild. Today I've been doing some recording. I actually met a couple of lawyers. One person that deals
Ooh.
in mental health law, then another podcaster who runs what is this called? Mental Maps or something like that. I can't remember exactly what his podcast is called, but we were talking earlier today and things like that too. So, I really don't have any like themes for the seasons. It's kind of like I get the guests that come in. I did do a media panel like 2 weeks ago, so I have like a fresh crop of like 50 extra plus people that are reaching out, including a Emmy-winning life coach. I'm still waiting for her to respond back out to me and everything like that. So I've got a lot of interesting things coming down this season. So it's anybody's game what's going to happen next. And a lot of these conversations I go into is like I'm given very little information, and then when we get into the conversation, it gets pretty wild pretty quick for me.
Okay. That's fire, bro. I love to hear that, bro.
that's pretty dope. Yeah. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. What's your favorite thing about, like, recording with different people like that?
It's
That's a
just
good
the
question.
interesting stories, man. Like always, the really interesting stories you get. Like some of these people I know a little bit about, and other people like if I'm on Instagram or I'm on TikTok or something, I'm cruising through, and I meet somebody with an interesting story. I always invite them because I always want to know more. It's just that unpredictability is the greatest thing about it because you don't know where this conversation is going to go. Like the one I was telling you about
Facts.
that makes season one's open go give it a run for its money for the wildest thing I've ever heard told to me. We go pretty intense in this conversation between me and this other person, and it gets wild though. But that's the greatest thing about it. It's like you don't know where these conversations are going to head. You don't know what people are thinking or what they've gone through, and then when they come in and they start sharing these stories, man, it's unpredictability. But at the same time, they already know that that's what's going to happen for some of these people. Like some of them will throw me off because based on the information they're giving me, I'm like, okay, we're going to talk about one thing, and they're like, okay, well, let's change the conversation and go completely in opposite direction. I'm like, all right, let's go for it. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the great thing about the show, though. It's like, we don't have a set precedence of how we do it. It's just like I sit there, we're having a conversation about things, and the conversation could go anywhere. Like, literally, we have no plan. Unless it's somebody I bring in for a certain reason. Like, the guy earlier I was interviewing, he's actually out of Florida. He's a mental health law lawyer, so he does a lot of stuff with mental laws and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. So we were talking about, Florida's healthcare system is kind of broken. Like, he was telling me that their mental health system could pick you up and you could disappear just like that. People never even know you got picked up. I was like, that's the craziest thing ever. You're just being able to pick people up, and then you can't sue the state because they're protected. So technically, you can't really do much of anything except for trying to fight to get out of it as fast as you can, though. And it was wild because I was just like, they could just pick you up, take you like that. That's insanity.
Yeah,
That's
that's
wild,
facts.
bro.
That's facts.
Hey, man,
That's
Day Day,
wild.
question. How was your weekend?
Yes,
Or
sir.
actually, guys, how was both of y'all's weekends? Actually,
Pretty good. I pretty much
Pretty good. Yeah.
myself.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
good to hear.
Yeah.
What
This
y'all
was a
do?
W weekend. This is what.
I I literally went to work. I came home. I didn't do anything else. Now this weekend coming up, I'm gonna be on TikTok. I'm gonna be on TikTok this weekend. This Sunday, I'm actually gonna do a paint your face battle again. I did it before. I came in. I literally put help right across my forehead with washable markers. You should have seen the look on people's faces because, like, me and the other guy we're battling is the guy that owns my TikTok agency. So me and my buddy Snicks are gonna battle again. So we're like, okay, let's go battle some other people. We just had these random people we ran into. Hey, can you imagine when you have two people showing up with this shit drawn on their faces? Like I had like what is an eggplant over here, a star there. I had a little stick figure Smurf here. I had beans written on it. I'm like, I look like a little kid who just went to town on the wall, just started drawing shit, you know. And these people are looking at me like I've gone and lost my damn mind.
Nah, y'all snap.
It's gonna be a fun March, man. And then there's what is it, the 23rd or the 25th? I'm gonna pie myself. We're gonna have a battle. So basically, the loser pies themselves. So I'm like, okay, I'm down. Let's go for it. Why not? Pie me in the face. There's a lot of people that signed up that want to come over and like, I'm gonna come to your house and pie you. I'm like, come on through, let's go.
That's fire though.
So it's gonna be
this March is gonna be a good March though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna be a good March. I like March. March going smooth so far. From we 3 days in, and I've been feeling good. I ain't gonna lie.
That's nice, man. Dede, what you did this weekend?
Man, this weekend, low-key, what did I? I really don't remember. I don't remember what I did this weekend. Saturday. What did I do Saturday? Or Sunday. I don't remember. I had like my weeks go by so fast for me now.
Yeah, that is true.
I like it just be running. Like tomorrow's already Wednesday. Think about that. Like it's just weeks be flowing. So I think this weekend. Oh, I was at the masjid most of the weekend. Actually, yeah. I was at the mosque Saturday. That's what it was. Yeah, Saturday I spent my whole day was there, and then Sunday was my recovery day. So
yeah, cause y'all in Ramadan,
really chill weekend. It went Ramadan, yeah. You be seeing B-Lou on TikTok? Y'all Ramadan, man? B-Lou.
No, I ain't seen it.
Nah, don't go on TikTok. Don't go on TikTok.
I won't.
But, yeah. Yeah, actually, I got a Quran competition on this Saturday coming up, so I'm excited for that.
Sure.
Hopefully that goes good.
That's fine.
But I'm gonna be the only black Muslim in there. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Speaking Arabic. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you've been learning Arabic. How's that been going?
Like low key smooth, like you feel me, real smooth. Like I'm really one of the one, and it's crazy. Like I want to learn Spanish, now I'm learning Arabic. It's fire. It's fire. It's fire.
That's fire though. That's good.
How was your weekend though, bro? How was your weekend?
Me, spent a lot of time just doing content. Honestly, I was kind of locked in on like making sure that I was streaming at the right time. Usually I'll just like oversleep or something like that. So I was making sure I got me some sleep in this weekend and making sure that I had more energy when I, came on live and stuff like that. Cause, sometimes on the weekend when I'm working overnight, I'll go back to work and I'll go, after I get off, I'll go to sleep for a little bit and I'll wake up and I'll be tired and I wouldn't like it'll just be dead energy. So I tried to like work on my energy more and hey, the results was pretty good. So,
the time change. Time changing soon though. We're getting like we're losing an hour of sleep now coming up soon.
Yeah, it's going forward.
Yeah, spring. Yeah, we're gonna be losing an hour. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying, make sure y'all get y'all sleep calendars right, man. It's gonna eat some people up if you ain't getting no sleep, for real.
I work overnight, so it really ain't gonna bother me too much. So I'm used to it by now. I don't sleep much as it is. So, Red Bull saves my life most days. I have a very unhealthy consumption of Red Bulls I take in.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. I'm gonna get into the topics though. First question. Let's see. Is motivation a lie? What do you think, Diddy? Is motivation a lie?
I think motivation it's not a lie. I mean, no, motivation is a lie. I really do think like motivation is just a feeling, motivation is just like think about it. People are only motivated for a week or motivated for a day. Like nobody really has real pure motivation. I think for me, I think discipline is where I lean more towards. Like I don't want to fall back on motivation because when motivation fades, where do you go to? So you feel like once you fall back, motivation there, you like, dang, I did this to myself. You just start like playing with your brain. So I think, in my opinion, I think motivation is a lie. I don't really, I don't believe in motivation. I believe in purpose. Like when you have a purpose, like you have stronger heart, stronger mindset, and that fuels you more than motivation. That's how I feel about it. What about you guys?
Mm. I'll let you go,
I don't
Pete.
know, man. I gotta disagree in this one. Okay,
Ooh.
motivation is like you gotta have something that motivates you, man. Like something that drives you to do what you're doing. Like I'm doing Pete versus anxiety because I'm trying to make the topic of mental health more of a common conversation to be had. Like you got something that drives you to do something. I think you're right on the right path. Maybe you're misleading it a little bit. Like something's driving you to do what you're gonna do. Like you have a goal in mind. You want to get there. You got to motivate yourself to get to that goal. Am I not correct? You want to like you're in the weight room. You want to hit a certain amount of weight. You gotta keep working towards it. You can't give up. You gotta keep motivating yourself to do it because you're gonna get closer to that goal. And every little bit you get closer, you're just getting that much more excited about it. So are you not technically motivated to
Okay.
do that? I mean, yeah, you
True.
technically are if you think about it. So like I'm on a goal to hit 285 for my deadlifts, and I'm on my way. I'm like at 220 right now, and it's like every time you hit that goal or you hit where you make those little steps, man, it's more motivation for you to keep going. I mean, you're gonna have fails in between there, yeah, okay, but it's all about how you get back up and get back on it.
That's facts. I love
Yeah.
that.
So I, I got a question with that, right? So
Hmm.
let's say you come across a fail. Let's say you come across a fail, and your motivation fades. Like, where do you lean to if your motivation goes, right?
My motivation doesn't fade though. See, I see that's my mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, it's a
you're
mindset
gonna
thing.
you're gonna have a failure sometime, especially when you're coming to that area. Depending on what you're doing, like weightlifting, like that, you're gonna have fails here and there. It just means you're not ready to go to that level yet. You can't rush it. We all know proper form is the best way to do it. Because if not, you're gonna throw your back out trying to do that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And my goal now is to drop my weight enough because I have a weight belt. I bought a weight belt to wear it when I'm doing it too. And I have to be able to deadlift my current body weight to be wearing one. Is what most people say. So like that's what my motivation is to get down to there so I can actually wear it. Because I bought this thing. I spent some good money. I spent like 60 $80 range in there to buy a nice leather weight belt and everything. So I have and things like that too. Because I've gotten close. I've been there, and then I took some time off. But I'm working my way back up there. And in that situation, you're gonna fail. It's gonna happen. But that's just more motivation to keep going. Because why not? Like, okay, I failed this time, but what's gonna stop me? I'm motivated to get there, and I have my eyes on the prize. Things like that too. And so it's all about the way you look at things.
That's facts, yo.
Yeah, that's facts.
He dropped the ball like that's real though, cause motivation at the end of the day, like I agree. I see both of y'all points, cause like motivation, yeah, it does fade, but Pete does have a point where like you always need that. Like you gotta have that little bit of motivation, even if it's just a little bit. Like we might not feel like it's motivation because like we've been doing it for so long that it's discipline, but for others it'll be motivation. Like when you look at it from a different perspective, it's motivation because it's like you're inspiring yourself to do something every day or do something when you want to do it, you know what I'm saying? But I can see why why we would say it could be a lie, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it just depends on the mindset, like you guys were talking about. It depends on the mindset and depends on the person or what they're going through. For some people,
But think
Robin.
of it this way though. Like if somebody sets an unrealistic goal, okay, then they're lying to themselves. Like let's be real here. Everybody wants to lift 1,000 pounds. We're not world strongmen. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
set those goals at a doable range. Don't go like completely wild with it and run with it. Like
I
it's
like
great to
that.
have long term goals, but you like if you go too high, then you're gonna make yourself lose that motivation because you're
See,
like, well, I'm doing too much.
that's why I don't believe in motivation. That's the reason right there because like when you have set motivation or goals, whatever, it has a limit to it. So like you can't break past your limit when you have a set high standard because like you're not motivated enough to get to that standard. You feel what I'm saying? So like let's say a person, like for instance, how you said, like, deadlift. Let's say they're max, they want to deadlift 420, right? That sounds crazy to a person's brain. So it's like, how are you motivated to get to 420? But I don't have that motivation. I just have that drive, that hunger. So I don't think hunger and motivation is the same thing because like when you're hungry for something, you're willing to go through the ups and the downs and the lows and the high. But when you're motivated for something, it's just a feeling. It's like a dopamine. It's like a drug. Like you get high for a second, and then you're not motivated no more. Like it wears off. So motivation is a lie because motivation is just emotion. Like it's motivation is more of like a feeling, a moment. But when you have like a hunger, a drive for something, you're willing to go through the ups and the downs for it. So that's why I think motivation is a lie because it's like if we all were given the like everyone's motivated, right? Everyone has a sense of motivation, right? But not everyone has a sense of drive. Not everyone have like that dog in them. You feel me? Only a
Mm-hmm.
few select people have that dog in them. You feel what I'm saying? So you want to have that dog in you to keep going to where like you don't need to be motivated. It's just who you are. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
yeah.
I
I
agree.
So
think you're not wrong for having an opinion. I mean, that's the way you look at it. But I mean, you're still
yeah,
motivated in
yeah,
some way. You think about it. You
yeah.
have that drive. What's driving you to get somewhere? That goal that you're trying to reach. So you're motivated to get that goal, and the drive is how you're getting there. I mean,
Yeah. So
I
look,
think
so
you're
look.
still thinking the same thing. I think you're just looking at it from a different perspective, which respectfully I get.
Yeah, so like you said, like like instead of falling back on motivation, you'll fall back on your purpose.
Hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't like let's say you fell, right? Most people would say, "Dang, I lose my motivation." But if a person like with a purpose, they fail, they're like, "I'm good." Like it's bigger than me. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't think like a purpose and a motivation is the same thing because like motivation is just telling yourself like, "Oh, I can do it. I got it." Like I'm so strong. I'm gonna keep going. That's what motivation is. It's just like those little words. Like it's good to have motivation, but it's like w- when it's not happening, what do you say? You feel me? When it's not happening, what do you do? But like for a person who just like doesn't need motivation and is like understand, it's like it's a myth, it's a lie. You say, you know what? It's bigger than me. Like it's for my mom, it's for my dad.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
I have to do it. So you drive harder. You feel what I'm
But they
saying?
they
Like
Yeah.
motivation doesn't push you. Motivation doesn't put it only gives you that like, oh you got it, bro, or you keep going, or like I'm so
uh,
proud of you. That's what motivation is. Like how many of those do you get a day? How many of those do you get a week? You know what I'm saying? Just boom, boom, boom. But we have a purpose. Like I can be in bed, like, oh, let me get up, bro. I gotta go do this for my mom. And it's not like I'm motivated. It's just bigger than me. It's like a bigger picture. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
No,
that's
like I said,
motive.
I respect your opinion. Like I said, though, I really respect it. I think
Yeah, yeah,
it's
for
okay
sure,
to have your own
for sure.
opinion, and it's great. I think it's great, but I think that you're still motivated in some way. Your biggest amp man should be
Yeah,
yourself. Honestly, you can't rely on everybody else. But at the end of the day, you can only
yeah,
rely on yourself. So you're gonna hype your own self up, and that's the motivation
yeah,
when I'm doing a lot of things. Just like I have a goal in mind. I'm looking at what I want to do, and I know where I want to get, and it's just like every day that's what motivates me to get there. It's like I know I get every bit I get closer. I got a lot of things I'm planning on doing this year. I'm taking a trip in April. I'm going to go see the Rock Hall of Fame, go see my girlfriend that's in Ohio. So I'm going to go see her because she came and saw me. And then May, I go see my daughter graduate high school, my oldest one. So, those are all like small things I'm working towards. And then in October, I'm actually going to North Carolina to be on a panel for a mental health one for one of my co-hosts of another show I'm doing currently, and things like that. So you're motivated to get there because you got to get there at some point. You know what I mean? It's like it's getting to that point. You're setting your mindset to where you want to be, and I think it's more mindset than anything. If you think about it, it's the way you look at it. And it's
yeah.
like I
That's
said,
the way you look at it.
it's respectful that that's how how you look at it. But that's awesome because that was what worked for you. But I think for everybody has a different version of what motivates them. You know what I'm saying?
I was
Yeah,
just about to say, like, I
yeah,
think you
no, for
guys
sure.
are both like correct. I just think Diddy. I feel like you're stuck on the that thinking it's a lie. Like motivation isn't a lie, but it's not what you need to get to the next level in life.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like your purpose is
that's
not
what it
it's
is.
not what you need to succeed in life. It's just but motivation is real
Yeah,
though. That's the main thing. The motivation is real.
yeah,
It's just motivation. You don't need motivation when like when motivation fades. You need that discipline.
Hmm.
But
yeah.
motivation is still
You,
real at the end of the day.
yeah,
So I think you
yeah,
guys are both
yeah,
right. But yeah.
yeah. Nah, for sure. Yeah,
Like I don't want to be in the middle of talking about out.
Nah, cause y'all both got good points. It's like y'all saying the same thing. It's just I feel like Day's more towards thinking it's a lie. So like, but he believes that motivation is there. So it's like technically it's not a lie. It's just he. I feel like he's talking more about like being successful, going to your next part in
Hmm.
life, which
yeah.
is don't need motivation.
Yeah, I think we rely on motivation more than structure. You feel what I'm saying? That's
Mm,
how that's how I feel. Like I feel like the only way a person really wants to get something is if they're motivated. But we're not always going to be motivated, right? Like it's not possible to wake up motivated every day. Like if it was
true.
possible, everybody would be like, some super madman wanting it all. You feel me? So
That
I
is
think,
true.
like, in my opinion, it's like motivation. It's all right. It's not a lie, but it's not what's gonna make you great. It's not gonna take you to that next level. I That's how I feel about it. And so, like, in my head, like, I don't rely on motivation. Like, I rely on structure.
Yeah.
Like I rely on discipline. I rely on the things that, like, really really is gonna get me there. And so maybe for me, right? Like, cause I do I I take everything back I said, cause I do be feeling motivated, right? But for me, like, my motivation is like, so for instance, right? Let's say tomorrow I'm gonna wake up at 3 o'clock. If I wake up at 3 o'clock, I feel super motivated because I woke up at 3 o'clock. But after that, like, my day is just discipline structure. So, like, I don't know. Like,
You still had some
it's not a lie.
motivation.
Yeah, I got motivation
You
because I
know?
woke up. You feel
Yeah.
me? But, like, once I woke up, like,
Down
motivation is
now it's
gone. Like,
discipline. Now
everything's
it's
just,
just structure. But
yeah.
you will always have a
So
little bit of motivation. Think about it. When even
yeah,
us coming to stream or even Pete doing live like podcasts, you have to have that motivation just to start.
yeah,
Hmm.
But once you start, it's just discipline. It's just structure after that. But
yeah,
you do have to have that motivation to start. Because if you don't, you won't even
yeah,
get started with anything. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, the hardest part for most people is to hit record because they're like, well, what am I going to say that's going to be different? And that's the thing about it. It's like, that's the whole point. You have a different opinion than everybody else. That's what sets you
yeah,
apart. Too many people
yeah,
compare themselves to everyone else. It's like, okay, stop worrying about everybody else and worry about yourself for
facts.
once. You know,
yeah,
you can sit there and compare numbers all day if you want. You'll drive yourself crazy. I've got friends that have like 25,000 downloads. It's like, I just hit 16,000 this past week, you know? It's like, I'm not comparing numbers. I know what their numbers are because I'm seeing them post about it. Me, I'm just kind of worried about me because I can only do what I can control, and that's just what I'm working on, you
yeah,
know? And a lot of people are like, oh, you're only at X amount. I'm like, okay, cool. That doesn't bother me. Like I'm not worried about everybody else. I'm worried about what Pete's doing at this point, you know? And like, I roll out of bed at any time, honestly. I don't set timers. Like, because I usually get up like 10 minutes before I'm supposed to do most interviews. I roll in and just kind of like, all right, you know, I do zero prep for most of them. Only maybe a few I'll do a little prep. I'll look at a little bit of what they're about, so I know what the topics a bit. But most times I'm going in just without a lot of information, and we're just jumping into a
yeah,
conversation about things. You know, and that's the great thing about it is you don't know where the conversation is going to go, but it's so great, you know, and
Hmm.
things like that too. And I've had the opportunity to have a lot of really cool people on. People have like 2.8 million downloads on their podcast, you know, and things like that. It's just hanging out with me, you know, and it's really cool. You know, I get to meet new people every single day, and like every time you hit record, you don't know where that conversation's heading, and that's the great
Facts.
thing about it. It's like,
yeah,
you know, that's the motivation because it's like every time you hit click, you're making a difference for somebody because somebody is going to hear the story of what we're talking about. And you know, I got emails every single day from people saying that, like, hey, listen, I heard this episode you have with so and so. You know, you should meet this person. You know, it's always somebody referring somebody to me or somebody saying they heard some of the episode and want to come in, add their voice to the conversation. And that's the great thing about it. That's the motivation. It's like I'm getting all these emails. I'm getting different people that are saying things to me. I'm getting random people that are coming up to me saying they appreciate what I'm doing. Even I had a guy with CNN tell me that he's been there 22 years being a journalist, said that he loves the way I interview, and I have no journalism background whatsoever, you know, and that's motivation right there because all these people are telling you constantly like how well you're doing, and it's like all I'm doing is having a conversation with people.
Yep. That's
yeah.
fine. And
That's real. Yeah,
that's
I hear.
perfect that he was speaking about that because Pete, I also want to ask you a question. It's also our next topic as well. Has social
No
media
problem.
made you more confident or more insecure?
Oh God, dude, that's a great question. Because with social media, I feel it's a double-edged sword. Okay, so like,
Yeah.
there's so much drama that goes on for no reason. Like, if you think about it, like let's take TikTok for example. Because this was the thing this morning. I woke up to this live. These people are live, hanging out in these boxes and shit, and they're arguing about the dumbest shit possible. To me, it's like, this is what you chose to do with your day, to sit here and complain about other people. It's like, stop letting other people bring you down. You know, does it make you
Yeah,
overconfident? You can feel a little confident based on the responses you're getting from things, you know. I really don't look at 90% of the comments that even get said. I'll look and see what people are saying just 'cause I'm curious and things like that too. But, you know, I don't let it drive me at all. I don't let it bother me really. You know, most times I have a program that spits everything out for me, so I load it in there and then the videos will come out and things like that. And I'll even forgot. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I posted that, you know, and I'll know what days what come out, but I don't remember what person is that day because I'm so far ahead. I'm trying to keep a track of what I'm doing. So you know,
Yeah.
I think it's a good or bad situation, honestly, when it comes to social media, man. Because those videos where they're talking about like, you know, the one that recently has been pissing me off is these suicide ones. After you take your life, these things on. It's like, you know, me and a psychotherapist had a conversation about this, and I was like, you know, those videos are more detrimental to people than you realize. It's like you're telling someone that is in this state of mind that okay, it's cool. Your life doesn't mean shit, apparently. And like people don't see it from that aspect. They're like, well, what do you mean? Well, think about what you're telling someone. Okay, if you take your life, the world's gonna go on. You're gonna get calls. There's gonna be text messages. They don't want to hear none of that shit. And in fact, they're not listening to that. They're far enough along the lines. They're not listening to anything you're saying at that point. So anybody that's prior to that step is really more likely to go through with it because they're like, well, fuck it. The world don't care if I'm here anyway. You know, so that's why I say it could be good or bad, really, honestly, with social media. Because like the false imagery you see, because a lot of people, you see all these happy photos and things like this, but we really don't know what's going on in their household. You know, a lot of times people
Mm-hmm.
will put up a picture and you're thinking, okay, well, they're all a happy family, but in the back scene, it could just be a complete nightmare for them, and we don't even know because most people won't tell you about those.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's true.
That's nice. How you,
That is true.
how you
That
feel, Diddy, about it? Like
I
that
think I
question.
I think it's more of a it makes people more insecure.
Hmm.
You know, especially with like that whole AI. Like AI
Mm-hmm.
is crazy. Like people just posting whatever they post, and then like what other people see is like, dang, I wish I had that. Not knowing that this whole time is AI, or like especially if people going like, let's say people generate them at a beach on a trip and stuff like that. People don't want to post no more, or and like numbers. Like we always talk about numbers. Like people see a person with like a whole bunch of followers and this, they like they start to compare themselves. So that's how I think social media makes people insecure for sure. But like you said, like on the flip side, it can make people like confident. Like me for instance, I post for purpose. You feel me? I post to help people and motivate people. So it gives me that confidence of like I'm pursuing my purpose in life. So
Hmm.
it really is a 50-50 question,
That's
honestly.
facts.
Yeah, yeah. I
What
think the
about you,
false.
bro?
Well, really fast. So I think the false imagery that you're seeing as well for these younger generation, the, you know, the younger guys below you and the girls too, are seeing like all these girls that are dressing up in these certain ways, and they're thinking that's the way they're supposed to dress because this is how so and
Yeah.
so does it. You know what I mean? It's like it's the constant battle as me as a
Oh,
parent that I'd have to have with my daughter and have a conversation with her, tell her you can't dress the way you want to dress because boys can't act right. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the hardest conversation you'll ever have with somebody when you're put in that situation because they're seeing these things, they're seeing that social media and all these people are posting these things, and these half naked girls are on the internet. They're thinking, okay, well, this is what I need to look like for boys to like me, and it's really not the case.
Yeah, I agree, bro. And it's like a trend thing. Like people
Mm-hmm.
follow trends. So whatever they see something new or anybody liking somebody's post, now they want to follow that trend. And now that's where insecurity comes in because now you comparing yourself. You thinking they have this, I can't get this. You know what I'm saying? Or they have
Yeah.
this, so I need this. You don't necessarily need what other people have. You
yeah.
only need what you
Mm-hmm.
got in your life right now. So it's like everything that you have, you just love what you got, you wouldn't even be insecure. You wouldn't find insecurity in little things like viewing other people, seeing other people's posts, seeing what they got on, seeing how much money they got. You know, things like this I feel like makes people more insecure. Like even some people will say like say if somebody got money under their post or whatever, somebody will say like, oh, I'll rob you. Like that's already, you're already thinking negative, you're already thinking insecure because
Mm,
now it's like you don't see
that too.
yourself as abundant, you see yourself taking somebody else's money. Like you think you can't get it,
Yeah.
so you have to take it from somebody. So all these things just comparing yourself, like social media just makes you compare yourself. But once you've like grown out of like social media, like kind of deleting social media or take time away from it, you kind of learn about yourself. Like once you start learning more about yourself, you kind of forget about social media. You don't think about social media no more. You don't let certain things drive your emotions, drive how you feel. So like if you see a video or you see somebody else doing good, you can be more thankful and be like good job, like feel me, like be happy
Mm-hmm.
for them instead of
Yeah.
looking at it as like a comparison. Be happy for other
Yeah.
people.
Or be
Yeah.
envious of them. Yeah. No, I
Yep.
get you on that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking
And
breaks from
it's
social media is
another thing
great.
too. Yeah. There's another thing too I want to add
Mm-hmm.
about how Pete said how girls dress. I think that's like one of the biggest things
That's facts.
that we really see on social media, because that affects males in lust, and that affects females in like wanting to be
Ooh,
like others. Like for
facts.
instance, like when guys scroll, they're like, "Oh, dang, she bad. I wanna crack that. I wanna do this. I wanna do that." And like that, like what is going on in your brain? Like that's killing your brain, right? And then on the flip side, like how you said, like other females see it, so they think that's the normal. Like even when my fiance, like, I told her like, bro, like I want, like, you're a woman, like you gotta be more modest. You feel me? Like women are really supposed to be more modest. You feel me? You can't be out there posting yourself like this and this and like that,
Yeah.
because people see that, especially guys. Like guys see that and they lust, because that's what their brain is tuned to, and so it's like it's really the females that really be eating us up on social media. Like we've been completely honest. Like, but at the same time, it's us as guys, because we gotta do better on what we see. Like for me, I can be scrolling and I see something like, damn, let me get off social media, like that fast. You feel what I'm saying? So I think we all have to like know how to control ourselves and
Yeah.
put limits with everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the impulse that you have and things like that. And I think you made a really good point by asking her not to do those kind of things. Because one, it reflects on her as a person too. Because it's like, what does this do for you? Because like, hey, your girls are posting these half naked photos, and you're like, wait, what? And it's like you don't know that's what's going on, and then you find out, and then it's, well, I just want to, I look cute. Okay, so you don't need to show the whole internet because that's not respectful to
Yeah.
me. You set those boundaries of what the things you're going to allow to happen. Like you just feel like, what, these are my boundaries. You need to respect them. Like I understand you're feeling yourself. That's cool, but when you're out there posting it and these guys are clicking and liking and saying things, it's just not right because you're drawing attention to yourself, and it's like, oh, I gotta sit here and wonder if you're in somebody else's DMs or somebody's in your inbox and things like then the trust issue comes up for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a lot of trust issue comes up for a
Yeah.
lot of people. Like people get really insecure really quick. Like my girlfriend and I have open conversations about everything. She told me the other day somebody was in her inbox, and she's like, "Yeah, I ain't got time for this. I'm talking to somebody." And I told her the same thing. I'm like, the minute something comes up or somebody sends me a weird, okay, well, cool. I'm not even responding. One, I'm not even looking at half the messages I get. I get so many all the time from just random people sending me things, but I'm not even remotely interested, and it's all about a trusting too, like you gotta trust her and she trusts me kind of thing. But we can have an open conversation about a lot of stuff, but she's not out there posting half naked photos of herself because she knows that that's not okay with me. Now, it's a difference if you guys have an agreement, whatever works best for you guys, it's up to you guys. But to me, that's just like, no, you don't need to be posting that kind of stuff because I'm your husband or I'm your, what, like, I should be the one getting these photos. There shouldn't be half naked photos of you on
Yeah.
the internet for other people to see. Like, that's cool. Now, we're together,
Yeah.
it's a different story. We're in the picture together. Okay, that's cool. You're posting me and you. But if you're posting those solo photos and you're looking for that attention, then I'm just not the one for you. It's like you're not having respect for me, and then setting those hard boundaries for people is the hardest part for most people to do.
And that's facts. I agree. I love
No,
that
that's
you talked
facts.
about that because that goes like big time with attention seeking, and that's
Mm-hmm.
technically considered insecure as well. Like you seeking other people's attention, like you posting yourself, half naked and stuff, bro. Like, and you got a man. It's like who are you? Whose attention are you trying to look for? And
Exactly.
that creates you allow your man to be insecure because now he feels like he's not doing something right. Like what is he doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? Then you look at yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you post yourself on the internet. Now you're looking for validation from other men that don't even care about you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, though it just or it just builds insecurity. Like social media, it just keeps building it. You just gotta stay
Yeah.
off of it, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta
Yeah.
stay off of it,
Yeah.
bruh.
He's got to stay off of it. I really don't put me on social media. Like, I can't. It's not good for my brain. Like I go on social media, my
Yeah.
brain becomes fried. Like, I just start losing brain cells. Like
Listen,
I really try my best not to be on it.
you should join me for a trip down my Instagram feed one time. Trust me, people tell me that it needs therapy, and it's the understatement of that. That's why I'm like, sometimes I look at some of these videos, I'm like, yeah, I'm already done with the internet today, man. I'm gonna take a break, go do something else now because like that first video you hit,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like,
That's how
Yep.
it be.
I'm done.
Facts.
That's it. I'm good. So that's the nice thing though about
No,
having
that's how
all
it
the
be.
automated systems I have. Those I don't have to look at after that. I can load. I spend the hours to load it, and then I'm done. That's it. When I'm done, everything else starts posting automatically for me. So it'll hit my TikTok, my Facebook, my Instagram, my X, everything. All those posts that come up are all automatic posts that do it for me. I'll tell it what time I want it to do, where I want it to be, and things like that. And that's all I have to do now. It's the easiest thing ever. And then whatever else I'm doing after that point is just kind of hanging out.
Yep.
Like I don't spend a lot of time on the internet except for maybe TikTok's the only place I'm really at a lot of times, and that's just because I'm doing whatever. I'm building my brain over there as well. But I spend a lot of time hanging out in other people's boxes, meeting different people. I hang out in a lot of the sobriety community though, because that's where my girlfriend's really big in with that. My buddy Jay's over there. Things like that too. I usually hang out with a lot of those guys. But like I'm doing something, but I'm in there for a reason. I'm learning new things all the time from these guys and learning all these different things that I never even knew anything about. But it's great because I'm hanging out with them, and you get to hear all their stories and all that kind of stuff too.
And see, that's
Yeah,
my bad.
actually, I was gonna say this right quick. I was gonna say this right quick, actually, because like last episode, remember I said, "Yo, Pete, do you ever think about getting a girlfriend?" Y'all remember when I asked that, right? Everybody, you're like, "What's wrong with you?" And my Pete got a lady now. My nigga Pete got a girl now. You feel me? Like, it was even saying it like. Shout out
Hey,
to
that's
you, P.
fire.
Shout out to you, P. I'm happy for you, bro. See, I told y'all, like, you feel me? Like, we need that partner in life, bro. It's good to have a partner in life, bro.
Yeah, it's good though. She's real supportive. She's understanding. She listens. This isn't even the same girl the first time we met. We talked about this. This is someone totally different that I have been talking to as well. She's actually a good friend of my buddy Jay and everything like that too. So I had to go through the gauntlet to I'll talk to this one, man. Like I've had so many death threats, not even. I don't want to literally just tell me, he's like, I'll just straight up kill you, man. Let me be honest with you. If you do something wrong, I'll just kill you. I promise you. I won't even have to look for you, man. I'll just go. I'll know where you're at. I'm like, okay, well that's reassuring to know. But he's like, okay, dude. But no, man, it's been great though. Like she and I, she came to visit on Valentine's Day, so now I'm going to visit her in April, and then she'll be back down in Texas in May sometime, and then she's talking about moving closer now. So it's a lot of things that are going on, but we've been talking for a while, for a little bit now. It's kind of like we're just having a conversation, and things just took off, and it got even better from there. And it's been real great. It wasn't something I anticipated, but it was just like we kind of clicked. Everything went well, and then we just kind of hit it off from there, and just go from there.
That's how life be, man.
That's fire, bro. That's fire. That's so proud, bro.
But the thing I love about this is, Pete, you see how like when you're following your purpose, your lady came across while you was chasing your purpose. So you doing your podcast, you doing all these things, she just found her way into your life. And I think that's the most beautiful thing is like we get to see it like live action, like you working towards the person you want to become, and along that journey you find somebody that's good, and it was unexpected, like you said. So I love that, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And it's like the journey don't stop. Like you just keep going. Like that's the best thing. That's how I feel about. Like the best love is the love that like you like your life keeps going. Like whenever that person comes, like you don't have to like stop, take a break, get to know her, this and that. Like no, it's just come along with the ride. Like we'll learn each other in the later. Like we'll learn each other in the future. Like I don't gotta know your favorite color right now. Like.
That's the interesting thing, though. It's like when we met the first time, it was like we didn't have any awkwardness. There was no awkwardness at all. Like there was nothing. It was instant clicking, And a friend of mine, Catherine, said it's like a soul connection. Like this person and you were meant together at some point, and then you all found each other. And then when we met up, like I said, there was no awkwardness whatsoever. There was no awkwardness, no weird thing. We had never met until that point, and then when we met for the first time and we were hanging out. Didn't even feel any weirdness at all, man. It was something like it had no real tensions, nothing. It was just everything just kind of went fluidly from there, and things like that. It just clicked, and it's like we had known each other for a long time.
That's fine.
Is long distance hard? Is long distance hard?
Yes, it is. It is, and it isn't. A little bit. It's she has some things she has to do to do it, but it was one of those things. Like I said, we didn't see coming. And now I'm in a better position. I can come visit her, or she can come visit me, kind of thing. And then she wants to move closer. Because it's funny, because a lot of her friends are in Texas, like where I'm at. There's a whole bunch of them that just kind of make a big curve, basically, from where I'm at. There's all these different people. So, she wants to get closer to me, but then there's the benefit is the other friends are there too. So, it's okay. It's hard at certain times, but other times it's not. Yeah. It just helps, but. We understand that she has certain things she has to do to get where we need to be, and then, like I said, that goes back to it's motivation alive. I'm motivated every day because I got to get certain things I have to do on my own end for it to happen as well. So it's kind of we're kind of a team now, and it's great though that I can come to her and tell her things, and she won't judge me for anything I'm telling her, and vice versa. Kind of things like that too.
I love that, bro. That you said team.
I agree. I think. Yeah, that's team, bro. That's why I say like, cause like it's some things you can't really talk to about your guys. Like let's say for instance, like let's say you got like a big stepping stone on your podcast, right? You feel me? You call your homeboy, like, yo, bro, I got 100 followers. Your homeboy gonna say, like, that's cool. You feel me? Like he not gonna care. Like, really, the truth, like, he's gonna probably envy more than anything. That's the first thing you're like, dang, bro, like, how you get that? Like, what you do? That's the first thing a guy gonna say. Like, if you call your lady, like, babe, I got 100 followers. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Like, good job. Like, keep going.
Yeah.
Like, it just gives you that confidence, give you that swagger. You feel me? So, you feel me? That's a W, bro. That's a
Yeah,
W. That's a
she's
W
very
for sure.
supportive of everything I do. She in fact before we started even talking, and I said hello to her first, and she's like, yeah, I went to go check out all your stuff and see who you are and things like that. So she knows who I am. She knows what I've been doing for a while now. So we've
Yeah.
known each other. She's been in the same circle of people I know. Like, so I knew who she was, and she didn't really know who I was at first. But then she went and looked it up and seen what I'm doing, and she's a big supporter of what I do now. And she loves it. She Every time I'm doing the things, I'm telling her about all this new stuff, things like that. And then all the people in my TikTok family are really cool too. Like, they're real big motivators as well. They love
Yeah.
everything we're doing and things like that. So it's so exciting, just to keep going. It's like, I was gonna do it anyways, but it's nice to have somebody come along with you to enjoy the acolytes with you as you go.
And what's fire is
You know
like,
what? I take everything back I said. I feel bad for everything I said. Like, motivation not a lie. Guys, I'm sorry. Motivation not a lie. Motivation is real. Because like I'm very motivated because I got like my lady. You feel me? My lady is my motivation. You feel me? So I take everything back I said.
mm.
She's watching
Motivation
right now.
not a
That's what the
lie.
problem is. She's been watching. It's like, what
Nah,
did you say to the
motivation.
beginning? I heard you say something else different. I'll let you know.
Nah, that's funny.
So yeah, nah, that's facts. But that's real good, bro. May God reward you guys and keep you guys on the straight path.
Yeah, definitely.
And you
No, I
gotta make
agree.
sure you let her know about you guys. Let her know about let her know about what I'm saying, Life Podcast Boys. You feel me? Because
I
you're really
sent
gonna
her
be
a
on the come
picture.
up. You feel me?
She knows where I'm at. I tell her all the time what I'm doing. I tell her, she's like, my
Okay.
busy schedule I have, like, I do that, and then I told her I was coming to do this, and then tomorrow I'm doing one at 7 p.m. live. It's Uncle Jimmy's podcast. Me and a couple other people are getting together to have a discussion, things like that. So I'm constantly doing different things, so I'm always telling her what I'm doing, so she knows what I'm up to at all times. So she knows first before most people do when I'm planning a lot of stuff. So she's there for a lot of the antics and the other things I'm doing on the TikTok lives where I'm sitting there drawing on my face like a little kid, drawing on the wall kind of thing.
Yeah.
She was laughing a little bit. She wasn't excited though when I said the next time I'm gonna put her name right across my forehead, her TikTok handle. She was not impressed with that. She was like, "Nope, no sir, I don't think so." So she
Yeah,
was not
nah.
feeling that one at all. I was like, "What do you mean? It could be the ultimate battle cry."
Hey,
But I am
man.
planning something this time around again. The last time it was health. This time I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something because it's fun. So it's like we just have a great time doing these things. I'm looking forward to the pie in the face thing. That'd be fun as well because now TikTok's changed the way you look at things. You don't have milestones anymore. You have new things to look at. So I'm looking at all the different things. I have a goal of going 30 days live. So I
Oh,
mean,
that's
at
fire.
8 o'clock, it technically flips over, so I can pick up an extra day doing it that way too. So Sundays I could technically do 2 of them, and Mondays I could technically get 2 of them. Because if you go live until almost 8 o'clock, you stop and go back live again. It's technically considered another whole day. So you can kind of cheat the system a little bit there too if you're working it right. So hitting 30 days won't be hard. It's just going to be a lot of work for me to do. But I figured it'd be something fun to do for March because it's all that stuff helps and things like that. You get seen and all the different people I've met and all the kind of cool stuff you get to do. It's been a real great time, and the show is booking now almost into June. I think we're only like a week or 2 out of May for it to be into June, and then my side project, we're all the way up to April 21st now. I booked with people on the show, and that's Voice of the Voiceless. That's been fun to do because it's different because I have a co-host to do that, so it's a little bit different. But it's nice to add somebody to the conversation. Maddie is my co-host on that one, and she actually just received an award from UNC for something she did in social work and things like that too. So it's kind of cool to have her to add in a lot of her input into things and these different guests that we get on and things. So I'm constantly doing things. I'm thinking about actually doing a third project. I'm not really sure. Mondays we're talking about getting together with my buddy Uncle Jimmy and doing men's mental health conversations. So if you fellas ever free around that time, let me know. We can always loop you into the conversation one time. You can meet Jimmy. He's a really great guy. Things like that. I'm constantly doing different kinds of things. So I'll check back with you guys and see what you're up to. And maybe you can come by one time, and hang out with us all and get to meet other podcasters and stuff. It's really cool. So, I'm looking forward to the future, what we're going on and what's going on at this point. Like I said, I just hit 16,000 downloads. I'm very happy about that.
Congrats.
it's great to see, and things like that. But it's just the sky's the limit where we're going. With season three, I can just tell you right now, you have no idea the things that are coming down the line. I have so many wild stories that people are getting ready to start telling and things like that too. And it'll be really interesting to see. You never know. Maybe I'll get that Emmy when we're on eventually. It takes time. A lot of times it takes a little bit of time for them to get back to you and things like that too, which is fine. But I have big goals and things where I want to be. So we'll see how it goes. So
That's fine.
Yeah, nah, for sure. That's good. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to dream big. You feel me? The bigger the dream, the bigger the reward. You feel me?
definitely,
That's
definitely
how I
agree.
feel. Just keep going. Yeah, keep going.
That's a
That's
fact,
facts. That's
man.
fire, though.
Woo, woo. Y'all boys got any more questions or y'all done? I ain't got no more
Good.
questions.
I'm good.
Y'all good, man? Any closing words,
No.
fellas? Closing words?
Pete.
Pete, you
Yeah,
start us
sir.
off,
Pete?
man.
Listen, okay, so listen, we need to talk more about our mental health, guys. Can't say this enough. You can check me out. I'm on Spotify to Pandora Radio. If
Oh.
you want to be a guest on the show, reach out to me at PetersAnxietyPodcast.com. Hit me up. Like, I'd love to have you come on the show and discuss something with me. We can talk about whatever you want. You let me know. We can have an hour-long conversation about the strangest topics if you'd like. You just let me know. But listen, at the end of the day, we all need to ask ourselves, hey, how's our mental health? Because at this point, and the statistics are just getting insane, and things like that too. We need to start talking more. We as a collective men need to talk more, but we're getting there. It's better, but we're not doing enough at the rate that we're losing guys, So I mean, we gotta do more at this point.
I love that. Did it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, I do agree with that. Like, especially men, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to be strong mentally. So for us to get weak like that, we must go through a lot. So I do think that's something we should focus on.
Mm-hmm.
My closing words for today is gonna be, it's a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Finish your week strong, keep going, keep trying, and fall back on motivation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What motivates you? Feel me? I take everything back, like I said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Find that motivation, find that spark, and you know what I'm saying? Keep going. Louise.
For me, I say, stay away from social media or try to, take time from it. Even if it's just 10 minutes, like going away from your phone to like maybe journal or walk, take a walk or something. Like, replace scrolling with something else. Try doing anything, to be honest. Find out what you like to do. You might not even know what you like to do because you're on your phone all day. So figure out things you like to do, you love to do. Yeah, that's my closing words.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, thanks for having me back, guys.
That's
I'm so excited you made it to 21. We'll see as far you go. When you hit 50, maybe I'll come back for that one. And then we'll keep going from there, man. I'm just so excited.
Ooh.
I love it. Every time I see you guys post some new video about the new episode and things like that, it's even better to see because I love what you guys are doing. I love that you guys are having these open conversations about things. Just keep going, man. Like, this is awesome. Like I said, you made it to 20. Most podcasters don't make it this far. And you guys have already accomplished more than most of them have.
Dang. Appreciate that, Pete.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I ain't even.
Appreciate that,
You be
Pete.
saying Pete be telling us things that I don't even be thinking about sometimes. Like, yo, what?
Oh yeah, we just.
Right?
That's one thing I love though. Pete be having he got the statistics for you, bruh. Pete knows, and I feel like that's fire, bro. Cause we just be doing it just to do it, cause we enjoy doing
just
it,
to do it, yeah.
and I think
just-
that's what
we just
separates most of us is that we enjoy doing it. Like Pete, you enjoy doing your podcast. I feel like some people might do it for the money or something like that. Like, do it because you enjoy it. Like, we love doing this. We love motivating people. That's something that we've been doing even in high school. We went to a new school
in high
and
school, yeah.
we had to motivate the team, a new team that we just came to win games. So it's like that's very powerful. I love that.
That's facts, bro. That's facts, yeah.
But this is L.I.F.E Podcast official episode 21 down in the books.
Later, guys.
You know what I'm saying? Peace out, Pete. We're gonna be back Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Love y'all, man. Stay safe, stay blessed, and we out. Peace.